For the past 10 years or so, I've been on the ultimate hunt trying to find the perfect everyday carry backpack. In this time, I've bought and sold hundreds of backpacks, and as crazy as to say, I actually have the spreadsheet to back it up. And so far, this might be the absolute closest thing to my perfect backpack. In fact, for the longest time ever, this was my grail backpack, and I've been chasing this bag ever since it was released a couple of years ago. So without further ado, this is the Mystery Ranch and Carryology exclusive Unicorn 2.0. So what the heck does any of that mean? Mystery Ranch is a really cool outdoor brand that mainly sells backpacks. This is mainly for the military, like outdoor fire services, things kind of that nature. They unfortunately were bought a couple of years back by Yeti. So Yeti now owns them, and Yeti kind of sells backpacks similar to this style with this tri-zip design. But this is what they're really known for, this tri-zip design. So you have a zipper here, then a zipper down the front. So what does this mean? It means you can undo all these zippers, and the bag kind of opens up kind of this interesting way, and it kind of flares out. It's really cool, interesting design. Not a lot of companies are doing this. I think they might be one of the only ones. And if you're not used to it, it has a learning curve, but it's pretty cool regardless. So where does Carryology come into this? So Carryology is kind of a cool little brand. I would say brand, side brand, group, organization, club, you name it, take your pick. And they partner with brands like GoRuck, Mystery Ranch, any other brand you can think of, and they make special edition bags, often at a higher cost, smaller quantity, kind of drop culture. And this is one of those bags that came out a couple of years ago. With that, this bag was pricey. This bag was like $375, close to the $400 range. So it was always out of my price range. Never thought I could own one. However, I happened to find this one on the Carryology classified group on Facebook at a really steal of a price. Mainly because this bag has seen some wear. We got some scratches on the X-Pack here. We got some staining here on the bottom. This thing's just been used and abused, but it was perfect because it came at a really entry-level price point where I could try it out. So, is this worth the hype? Does this match up to my dreams I thought this bag would be? Yes and no. I absolutely love this bag. There's a few caveats. So without further ado, let's get into it and check out this bag today. So let's first go over kind of the exterior of this bag and kind of the overview. So this is coming in with a really nice size of 19 liters. And I think 19 liters is just absolutely perfect for this bag. It's not too big, you'll be packing it to the gills, it's gonna be too heavy and uncomfortable, but it's also not too small that you'll be forgetting anything at home due to the size. I think an everyday carry bag should be anywhere from like 17 liters all the way up to 25. And though this is kind of on the lower end of that spectrum, I still think it's absolutely perfect. It's a really comfortable bag. It's never too heavy due to the size. It's just a really great, perfect on my frame. I'm 5'10", and I think it looks just right. It's not too big, too small. It's really comfortable. And even my wife, she's 5'6", looks pretty nice on her too. Of course, it's gonna look a little bit bigger, but still, it's not comically large or too small. So it works really good on both our frames, both genders. Just do the really neutral color, this kind of olive green. It's not tactical, it's not military looking. This can pass in almost any environment, travel, work, coffee shop, you name it. Just kind of blends in, and I think it's a really good looking backpack. Another thing I really like about this bag is the construction and the material choice they went with. If you look kind of close, you can see these diamond patterns all throughout the bag, and that's due to the material it's made out of. This is made out of X-Pack. I believe this is X51, but I could be wrong. This is this really cool, high strength material. It's almost like a plasticky, you can kind of see, and it's kind of crinkly. That's one downside of this bag, but it's a really cool material. It's really lightweight. I can't rip it or tear it. It probably would puncture though due to how thin it is, so I wouldn't put anything sharp in this bag. The one cool thing about this bag and this material in general is it's very water resistant. If you ever get caught out in the rain, water should just bead and roll right off this instead of absorb, kind of like a Cordura or another type of cloth-like material. It's really great for all type of weather, snow, water, rain, whatever. It's really nice, and also the AquaGuard YKK zippers throughout, so no rain should ever get through the zippers as well. I will say there's a small caveat to that though. Due to this design, these tri-zips, there is a hole here so water could get in there. This isn't the best backpack to wear when it's raining or pouring down rain, so just something to keep in mind, but it should be a little bit more water resistant, keep your gear dry. So that's kind of the exterior and the materials. Now let's look at the pocket setup on this guy. So we have two pockets on either side here on the front, and they're both the exact same. They mirror each other. We have this J, kind of upside down J zipper, undo it, and then we have this kind of gusseted sleeve here, this orange, with a zippered pocket on it, and you have 2 slots for gear here. It's kind of a weird setup in my opinion. I feel like this would work best for like a water bottle right here, easy, no problem. But then you have a pocket on that, which I think is overkill, and you have 2 other slots for like pens or like a knife or I don't know, whatever you can think of. And it's just kind of a strange layout because you have this layout here, and then on this side, it's the exact same as well. So, I mean, you can carry 2 water bottles. I don't know. It seems to be like a water bottle pocket, but strange they did the exact same side on either side, in my opinion. I wish there was a little bit different organization in this one, maybe like a mesh pouch or I don't know, just something different. But still pretty cool. I like the organization here. It's nice to have pockets and just a clean front. And we're not done with pockets actually. Here on the front, of course, we have a loop field. Then with this big kind of brain admin pocket, almost like a U shape, and it lays down flat. And on this pocket, we have this really, really nice mesh kind of stretchy zippered pocket. Really great for your smaller gear, like your wallet, your keys, you name it. And what's really interesting about this pocket here is there is mesh that lets you see down into the interior of the bag. This can be a pro and a con for some. For me, I don't know, it's kind of strange because you're not gonna put something small in here, it'll fall down in because there's 2 meshes overlapping each other, so nothing should fall through. I think it's just kind of strange, I don't know. I think I'd rather have just a solid material here instead of just seeing down the interior of the bag, but that's just me. There might be a use for it. If there's an actual purpose for this that you know of, let me know down in the comments, but it's just kind of interesting to see here. Moving on, we have a very simple nylon webbing grab handle here at the top. It's not very big, it's not padded, but it does shoot out a little ways so you can kind of grab it pretty easily. Not the worst grab handle I've ever seen, but not the best. Now, we get the fun part. Move to the back panel. This is a very, very comfortable backpack due to this back panel and this harness system here. Mystery Ranch is kind of known for the comfort of their bags, and this is no exception here. These shoulder straps are extremely kind of beefy and padded, very, very comfortable. This is, once again, a pretty small backpack at only 19 liters, so it never should be really that heavy because it won't be filled that much, but it's a really comfortable bag due to the shoulder straps. There's load lifters here. You have a sternum strap. This one came with a metal fidlock buckle, so it's magnetic and even has a branding on it, so that's pretty nice to see. The back panel is just this really nice mesh with really good foam. Like this bottom lumbar here is way thicker than the rest, so it kind of shoots off from your back so your back doesn't really get that sweaty. And then finally, you just have a zipper on this side that gives you access to the laptop compartment in the interior. Outside of that, that's about it for the outside of the bag. Very simple, very clean, very low profile. But that's one thing I really like about it. It doesn't scream like military or tactical. It's not very in your face. It's just very simple and it looks really, really good. Now that we've gone through the full exterior of this bag, it's time to take a look at the interior. To get to the inside, we're of course going to go through these tri-zips here. And quick note about these, Mystery Ranch kind of popularized this. I feel like this is their calling card. And it looks really, really cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's such a cool visual aesthetic. But it's a little tricky for me. It's not hard to do per se. It's just inconvenient. I still prefer a clamshell bag for sure. This just feels like an extra step that's unwanted. You have to do 3 zippers instead of just like 1. You can just undo this one vertical zipper here and just reach in and get your gear, but you don't really have much visibility here. It's kind of hard to see, and I'm worried gear is gonna fall out when it's like this. So without further ado, let's do these other 2 zippers and take a look on the inside. Pretty simple here. It's a little bit hard to see due to these flaps constantly trying to fold in. But we have this padded laptop compartment here in the back that actually is suspended, and there's some MOLLE webbing on it so you can attach pouches, gear, you name it. Then on either flap, we have mesh zippered pockets, the exact same on either side. They're just mirrored. And that's really it. There's no other interior organization. You can kind of set it up how you want. With a bag like this, I think you really kind of need to utilize a pouch system, keep all your gear organized and compact. One caveat I will say with this design, I kind of mentioned earlier, I just feel like gear is going to fall out when I have it like this. I don't know, I'm just paranoid, but I'm worried I'm going to open this up and stuff just going to fall out. I don't really feel like I have that issue with the clamshell bag when I open it like this or open it halfway. And another thing with this design, it doesn't really work well as a travel bag, like a carry-on in an airplane. Because if you have this in the seat underneath before you, it's kind of hard to undo these zippers and get to it. Like a clamshell, you can just open it halfway, reach in and get it. So that's another thing I really like about that. One other thing to talk about with this interior is it doesn't really feel like a full 19 liters. I know I kind of hyped on the 19 liter size of this at the beginning of the video, but this feels a little bit smaller than me. I don't know if you can tell, it's a little bit hard to tell on camera, but it doesn't really feel like there's a ton of interior space in this guy. I'm not running out of room when I'm packing this up. I haven't had any issues where I pack this to the gills, but it doesn't feel like 19 liters for me. For example, I did a video, I think a couple weeks back, on my GoRuck Bullet 15 liter, and that felt like the same size, if not bigger. This is supposed to be 4 liters taller or bigger per se. It just doesn't really feel like it. So I don't know, it could just be in my head, I could be making things up, but it doesn't feel like a true 19 liters to me. It just feels a little bit smaller. Outside of that, there's actually one other thing I forgot to mention on the exterior of this bag. At the very bottom, there's a horizontal zipper here, and stuffed in here pretty tightly, there's actually an included beaver tail. And this beaver tail, it can be added to the bag through these lashing points. This gives the bag a little bit more of a different look. It's a bigger space for bigger items or a jacket. Some more MOLLE webbing on the side. You can attach some things. It's pretty cool this is included. You can't remove this unless you want to cut it off. It is sewn into the bag here at the bottom. When you don't want it, you can just store it away, put it in the zipper pocket, don't even know it's there. So kind of a cool another addition that I really like about this bag. Not the most feature-rich bag, but something like that is pretty cool. Now that we've gone through the exterior, the interior, and kind of went through the bag just in general, let's talk about the price and the scarcity of this guy. So this came out a couple of years ago. It was a limited drop, how they do all their exclusives. So there was this color, this olive, there was a multicam, there was a black. I think that may be it. Maybe there's 3 colors. And overall, it went really well. People loved this bag. They sold out really, really quick. And even the bag now, the demand is so high that these often really cost really, really high premiums on the secondary market, like on eBay, Facebook, you name it. I was fortunate to pick this one up on a really good deal due to the damage I mentioned earlier, some scuffs on the X-Pack here, some staining here on the bottom. Other than that, I can completely overlook those. I'm not a gear snob where I don't care about something in mint condition. I'm actually going to use and abuse my stuff, so doesn't matter to me. I got a great deal and I'm really happy to test it out and actually show you guys this bag because it's kind of a rare one out there. There's not a ton of information on it online. So when it came out, this was almost, I think, $400. I think the retail was like $375, and they've only gone up since then just because it's kind of hard to pick up now. They don't make them anymore. So do I think it's worth it? I'm not a guy that's going to drop $400 on a backpack. I know I may seem like I'm reckless on my money on this channel, and that's true, but I draw a line at certain things, and that's quite a bit of hard pill to swallow. I absolutely love this bag. I think it's super cool. But I think that price range is absolutely crazy. I feel like this bag at like the $200 mark, such a much sweeter, easier pill to swallow. I like that a lot more. That said, it's just the perfect backpack. Is my hunt finally over? Am I done buying and trying backpacks? Is this the best backpack out there? No, it's not. I'm still on the hunt. It's a really, really great backpack. It's super cool. I love the color. I love the look. I think it just looks so cool on my back. I love it. I get compliments on it because it's a rare bag. But it's not perfect. I like more outside accessible water bottle pockets. I don't like having to do a zipper and then get this out. I think that's kind of just a miss for me personally. I mean, it's still good water bottle pockets. It's just another step where I have to do a zipper. I don't love that. I don't love the size. I wish it was a little bit bigger. I wish it was like 22 liters, 23. I think that'd be so much perfect. I just would love that a lot more. Make it a little bit better of a travel bag. Right now, it's just a little bit small. Can't really put a ton of stuff in here. And the other thing is the price. I don't want to carry a bag outside the house. It's like $400, and I'm worried somebody's going to break into my car and steal it or snag it when I'm not looking. I'm kind of paranoid about something that expensive, especially it looks a little bit different than a normal backpack. So I have a little bit more attention. I don't want somebody to just steal it and grab it. So this is one other thing I don't love. Other than that, it's just a really amazing bag. It's extremely comfortable. This harness and back panel, super, super comfortable. I absolutely love the look of it. I think it's so cool. I love the color. It's understated. The tri-zip looks really cool. I just don't love it in use. I much prefer a clamshell bag. I feel like I can pack it better. I just feel more at ease and my stuff's not gonna fall out. Other than that, just a really, really excellent bag. This has been the Mystery Ranch with Carryology Unicorn 2.0. If you're interested in this bag, I unfortunately can't put a link in the description below just because they don't make it anymore. You're gonna have to try to find one on the secondary market. I would skip eBay and instead join the Carryology Classified Facebook group. These are on there way more frequent than on eBay and way cheaper prices, so just something to keep in mind. But overall, what do you guys think of this bag? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.